Hello students. In previous lecture, we were discussion about the excretory system of human. Now today's topic is the internal structure of human kidney. Yes students, today we are going to discuss about the internal structure of human kidney. Internal structure of human kidney. Students, nephron or uriniferous tubules are regarded as the smallest structural and functional unit of the kidney. Now, here we are going to draw the internal structure of a human kidney. As you all of you know that the human kidney is just bean shaped. Its anterior part is somewhat convex, whereas the medullary part is somewhat concave, just like the structure of bean. This is the papilla that forms the calyx on which the pyramid shaped structures are present, that are called the pyramids. The number of pyramids in each kidney is from 7 to 9, and we are clearly understand the function and structure of the pyramids with the help of diagram. This is the pelvis region through which the ureter is originated, and on each calyx there is a pyramidal shaped structure is present, that is consist of the fibrous like structures called duct or Burdini. This is the medullary part of the kidney. Each kidney is encloses into a capsule like structure that is called renal capsule. It is consist of these are the column of Burdini. Their main function is the process of ultrafiltration, being the part of uriniferous tubule. The number of pyramids may be varied from 7 to 9. This is the cortex region. And this is the medullary region or medulla part of the kidney. These are the medullary pyramids. Renal capsule. Column of Burdini. After the name of discoverer, these columns like structure are said to be Burdini. These are minor calyx. on which the each and every pyramids are present. Two or more minor calyx join to form a single calycal structure that is called major calyx. Major calyx. Two or more calyx used to form major calyx. This is the ureter through which the filtered urine is passes, and this is the opening of ureter that opens inside the urinary bladder. Opening of ureter. These are the papillary region. Papillary regions, also called renal papilla. These forms the separating strands among each and every pyramidal part of the kidney, and also contain the large number of blood vessels through which the passage of substrate is also passes, that is the renal papilla, papillae in plural, and this region is known as pelvis region, through which the ureter arises. This is the pelvis region, and this part is called hilus. Part. Now, students, once again we are going to describe about the internal structure of kidney. The kidney is encloses into a capsulated structure that is called renal capsule. The renal capsule forms the cortex region of kidney, and the medullary part is somewhat massive, as illustrated in this diagram. There is presence of 7 to 9 pyramidal structure as illustrated the diagrams. The pyramids that are present in the medullary part are known as medulla pyramids or medullary pyramids, and through the hilus, the each and every calyx are opens into a region that is called pelvis region, and from the pelvis the ureter is originated that collects the filtrate matter into the urinary bladder. The opening of ureter helps in collection of the urines into the urinary bladder. Now, students, we just going to know about the column of Wertey. Students, as I mentioned that the uriniferous tubules are nephrons are the smallest structural and functional unit of each and every kidney. The column of Wertey is a set of uriniferous tubules or nephrons. Each kidney of a human contains millions of nephrons, and nephrons hence called the smallest structural and functional unit of each and every. Each pyramids are present at a strands-like structure that is called calyx. When the calyx is unbranched, this is called minor calyx, whereas when two or more calyx unite to form the common opening, that is called major calyx. Now, the calyx, each calyx are separated by a papillary wall, that is renal papilla. The papilla contain the dense amount of blood vessels as well as in the form of capillaries that helps in carrying the urinated blood inside the column of Burdey or uriniferous tubules. After the arrival of urinated blood into the uriniferous tubules, there is the three process take place. The first one is the process of ultrafiltration, the second is the reabsorption process, and the third one is the secretion. The process of ultrafiltration means the removal of the waste matter that are incoming with the urinated blood. It means urea, creatinine, like the other excess amount of substances such as glucose, but the macromolecules like proteins does not separated inside the uriniferous tubules. After that, the process of reabsorption takes place. In the process of reabsorption, the useful substances that are separated during the process of ultrafiltration get reabsorbed for further use. That is called the process of reabsorption. It means the essential substances which get separated or filtered during the process of ultrafiltration are after then for reuse they are absorbed inside the uriniferous tubule. That is called the process of reabsorption. And if you are talking about the secretion, then the filtrate, it means the urine is passes into the ureter through these papillary and mechanical portion of the kidney that is poured and collected drop by drop inside the urinary bladder. This process is known as secretion. The final step of the kidney, or you can say that the main function of kidney is the removal of nitrogenous waste. It means that containing the urea, ammonia like substances in the form of urine, and the excretion of the urine throughout the body is known as micturition. Thus students, in next video lecture we are also going to discuss on the structure of uriniferous tubules or nephron. And today's lecture is completed. Thanks students for joining today's lecture.